What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Sunday evening. Right now, we've got our 2024 Wild Card 5-card draw, stacked deck football 6-box half case number 1 random hit. Gonna go ahead and get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and we will go ahead and get started. Facebook's having some lag today with the tags, so apologies. This might take a little bit longer for the tag than it normally does. While I'm getting the tags in here, I'll explain how this break is going to work in case you've never done a random hit break. This is kind of like the reverse of a random team break. We open all of the product, and then we type all the hits into a randomizer just like any teams, and then we run a trade timer for the hits at the end. So we'll just kind of go in reverse order with it being opened before the randoms. Got all the tags in there, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Good luck, everybody. Going to crack this fresh case, get our 6 boxes out. Got it's one large. It's kind of like a board game box here. Empty box there. Always thought that was a fun design. I always forget that that is how they do wild card. Got an empty lid there. That's set off to the side here. Six boxes there. Throw that lid back on. Get that moved out of the way. All right, now that we got those 6 boxes, let's get them moved over just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get started. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Looking at 5 packs per box. Each pack should have a card. Empty box there. What's up, Grand Slam? And here we go. Good luck, everybody. Got a 1 of 1 here on the front. Love that the packs tell you what you're going to get. You just don't ever know who you're going to get. And we've got a 1 of 1 Nick Harbor auto to start us off. What's up, Craig? Got another 1 of 1 there. one's going to be a nice one. Keon Coleman. Love the look of that card. We have Nick Nash here. 2 out of 2 on the blue. Really gorgeous design there. Got another out of 2 here. You can tell what they're going to be numbered based on the text on the pack. We've got Mitchell Evans, tight end here. 1 out of 2. Nice one there on the red. And we finish off with another 1 of 1 here for box number 1. It's going to be a Trey Harris. Nice wide receiver auto there. All right, into box 2 here. Empty box number 2 there. Got another 1 of 1 here. That one going to be a Jack Beach. Nice one on the black card there. Next up we have Lenoris Sellers on the 1 of 1. We've got 1 out of 5 here. Going to be a 2 out of 5 Darius Taylor on the orange. Then we have Dominic Lovett there on the rainbow 1 of 1. Nice looking one there. Finally, for box 2, we've got Kyron Drones, 2 out of 2. All right, box 3, halfway point here. Empty box there. A nice Ricky Pearsall here. 1 out of 3 on the green. Hey, I'm sure you know Ricky Pearsall, John. Dang. I feel like Wildcard and Leaf have a special type of glue they use for their packs. We got a Darius Taylor, 1 of 1 there on the gold ace. Got another 1 of 1 here. This one going to be a Julian Lewis, 1 of 1. Come on, let's see a big, big name. Got a Mitchell Evans there, 1 out of 2. Last pack of box number 3 here. Last time I opened Wildcard, we got a couple Drake Mays. So there is big names. They're not just lying to you. We've got another Nick Harbor there. That one going to be 3 out of 3. All right, into box number 4 here. Empty box there. Looks like we may have a special pack at the bottom here. We've got a Kadon Salter here, 2 out of 2. Or as his auto says, K-Salt. Got a 1 of 1 here. If these packs and their special glue would like to open for us. Oh my gosh. There we go. We've got Phil Maffa there on the 1 of 1 gold. Nice one there. This one looks like it's going to be our first out of 4. Going to be RJ Harvey. 2 out of 4. Nice one there. Really love that purple. That is gorgeous. We got Darius Taylor. That one going to be 1 of 1. And we have a Joker 1 of 1 here. Nice little special pack. Good luck. Let's see who we get. Going to be a Nico Iamaleava 1 of 1 on the Joker. That is really cool. Nice one there to whoever ends up with that. Two more boxes to go here, and we will hop into our recap. The recap will take a little bit longer on this one than traditional breaks, because as I'm recapping, I type in every card to the randomizer. Empty box there. Looks like we have another Joker pack coming up. We've got a 1 of 1 Boo Carter here. Fun name there. And here is our next Joker pack. Going to be a 1 of 1 Jack Sawyer with the red ink. Nice one there. I think it's funny that one was called a Joker 1 of 1 and then did not have... Yeah, exactly, John. Some of these guys can be huge. That's the kind of fun thing with this. And sometimes it's some of their first autos. Got a Nick Harbor there, 3 out of 4 on the ace. I was going to say, I think it's funny that last one, it was a Joker pack and it wasn't even a Joker. Heard of this guy. We got a Braylon Trice here, 1 of 1. Really nice looking card there. That's the one thing with Wild Card. They have some killer designs. And this one's going to be out of 2 here. This one's going to be 2 of 2 Omarion Hampton. Another nice one there. Trying to get a set together would be awesome. Playing card autos. Upper Deck used to do something like that, where they would have playing cards for different players. One year they did different animals. You could try to collect the whole set. I always liked that idea. Obviously, it's a difficult chase, but if you can accomplish it. Empty box there. Also, with some of these guys, you might be able to get some of their autos really affordable right now. Complete that set, and then, like John said, they might blow up. Got a nice Quinyon Mitchell there, 2 out of 4. And we got a James Pierce Jr. here, 1 out of 1. Got another 1 of 1 here. Ooh. It's going to be Ashton Gianti and Earl Campbell on the dual auto 1 of 1. That is absolutely killer. Someone's walking away with a big card there. We're going to throw that one on a mag stand here. Got another Nick Harbor. I feel like that's the guy we've seen the most. That one could be 1 out of 2. Wow, that card is so gorgeous. And last card of the break before we hop into our recap, DJ Giddens, 1 of 1. All right, I'm going to throw this card in the pile here just for our recap. Like I said, this one will take a little bit longer because after I read each card, I will be typing them into the random, so it'll take me just a second. I want to make sure we get the accurate description. First up, we're going to have Nick Harbor, 3 of 3. Then we've got Mitchell Evans, 1 of 2. Then we've got Julian Lewis, 1 of 1 there. Exactly, 1 in 30 chance. Got a Darius Taylor, 1 of 1 there. Got a Ricky Pearsall, 1 of 3. Got a Kyron Drones, 2 of 2. Got a Dominic Lovett, 1 of 1 there. Got a Darius Taylor, 2 of 5. Got a Lenoris Sellers, 1 of 1. Got a Jack Bench there, 1 of 1. Got a Trey Harris, 1 of 1 right behind that. Mitchell Evans, 1 of 2. We'll put orange for that one since that is the second one that we have that is 1 of 2. Just to differentiate them a little bit. Got a Nick Nash there, 2 of 2. Keon Coleman, 1 of 1. And the first half, Nick Harbor, 1 of 1. Next up, we have Ashton Gianti, Earl Campbell, 1 of 1 dual auto. DJ Giddens, 1 of 1 right behind that. Nick Harbor, 1 of 2. James Pierce Jr., 1 of 1. Quinyon Mitchell, 2 of 4. Omarion Hampton, 2 of 2. Braylon Trice, 1 of 1. Nick Harbor, 3 of 4 there. Jack Sawyer, 1 of 1. Boo Carter, 1 of 1. Nico Emilyeva, 1 of 1. Darius Taylor, 1 of 1. RJ Harvey there, 2 of 4. Phil Mafah there, 1 of 1. And we finish off with Caden Salter, 2 of 2. All right, without further ado, let's get to what y'all are here for. Got the names here first, 30 entries. Roger on top, Marty on the bottom. Gonna roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Good luck. Got a 9, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Andrew on top, Roger on the bottom. Go ahead and get this reflected onto your screens here. All right, and then we've got the hits here. 30 entries as well. Nick Harper on top, out of 3. Caden Salter, 2 of 2 on the bottom. Gonna roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Got a 5, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Dominic Lovett, 1 of 1 on top. Jack Besh, 1 of 1 on the bottom. Gonna go ahead and get this reflected onto your screens, get that trade timer started. Let me make sure there is adequate spacing here. Make sure that everyone, looks like there's only one. If you're confused on which hit you get, just look at the number next to your name and find the corresponding number on the list. But here we go. 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. While that trade timer's ticking, I'll go ahead and get our verification codes copied and pasted into our chats. We do have the other half of this case up on the website as well. And that coupon code on there is good until midnight. So if you want to get into some more action, let's do it. All right, there we go. Verification codes have been pasted. Just about 4.5 minutes left on the trade timer in case anybody does want to try and swap their hits. right, we're just at about our 2.5 minute halfway point here. All right, less than 2 minutes on the trade timer, getting down to the wire if you are trying to swap your hit. All right, less than 60 seconds left on the trade timer. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Seeing no trades, those are going to be everybody's hits. Congrats, everybody. Thanks for hopping on. Hope you have a wonderful evening.